Howdy-ho. I think I just decided to start a new series, a Let's Play series, Space Engineers, and I decided to go with the Lone Survivor. So I have a ship with just a basic setup, and I'll have to figure out a place to build a base at, whatnot. But for now, what I've decided to do is just to build up some resources, maybe add some modifications to the ship. And as you can see, I placed two components on the top, a beacon, so when I go far away, I can always go back to the ship, and you can see it's labeled Mothership. And a ore detector, so I don't have to stop the ship, get out, use my drill to detect ore and whatnot. So at this point, I'm basically working on collecting resources, which is wise. And you can see off in the distance there, 11 kilometers off in the distance, private sail, a type of ship coming in. But I've already captured one and brought it back. It's a mining hauler. As you can see, he's going to be chock full of resources. I'm also nearby a asteroid which I had been mining for certain materials that I was looking for. And of course, even though these ships have some kind of energy and propulsion, they usually don't contain a lot of uranium. So I have to find the uranium manually, dig it up, refine it, use it. So the first step here is to go through, I'm going to jump out, is to go through and look for and clear out the storage units, the storage containers of their mineral resources. Where you go? There he is. So I'm in the process of doing that. And this is kind of what a mining hauler looks like. I powered off everything except for the beacon and the artificial gravity. And as you can see, it comes with some missile mounts, Gatling gun mount. I think there's an internal turret in there somewhere, but what I've done is I turned those off just in case it decided it might want to shoot at me. That's not fully implemented yet in the game. The large ship weapons currently will just fire at a decoy because it's automated shooting. The smaller ship weapons are manual fire. Okay, as we spin around, let's give a short little tour here of what goes on the inside of a mining hauler. And you gotta kind of look around for the door to get in, and this is while it's moving, so it can be quite interesting to do. Come on, get in there. See, as you can see, the gravity field will turn on, so I'll go ahead and turn off my jetpack. And here's like the main partition of the mining hauler. And let's see if there's anything in here. Nope. I have been clearing some of these out anyway. It's empty. Oh, got some nickel in that one. This goes down, so I'll go ahead and jump down here. Hopefully I won't get injured. Health 100. Nope, not enough to injure me. And we can go back through here. And I believe it's up in here. I've already cleaned these out. This is a nuclear reactor that has a little bit of uranium in it. I'll get that last. Because you pull the uranium out of that and everything shuts down and you lose the gravity field the whole bit. So I'm going to go ahead and zip back up here and have to turn my jetpack back on. Get one of these catwalks. It's empty. Empty. Now, I wonder what's up here. As we kind of take a look around inside the ship. Okay, I think this one goes up to the, yeah, there's the cockpit. That's what I had to go find in order to pilot the ship out, get the ship back to where my home base was. Fall down there. There's another access tube up here. Yeah, that's the one that we come in with. Jump back down here. I believe somewhere, there is another storage container or two. Oops. Storage container or two that still has some stuff in it. Cleared all these out. These on the outside, I don't know if I can access those normally. So let's take a peek. No, I cleared those out because they all had some minerals and whatnot in them. Some unrefined ores. Oh, here's a small one. Oops. Meant to go down. This is a conveyor box. It doesn't contain anything. Just take a peek in here real quick. Empty. Over here. Empty. Okay. So I think there might be some more somewhere. I don't know where exactly. So let's go back to the mothership. There is another addition, as you know, as well as the beacon and the ore detector. In the front here, I put on the large ship grinder. It works the exact same way as this grinding wheel does, except it's larger. Of course, larger, does more faster. It has a storage capacity of, as you can see here, of 7,500 liters. But when you start taking apart the really big components, that fills up really quick, and then what doesn't go into the container just falls off. And if it's trapped by a gravity field, it doesn't just float there, it'll fall. So on the bottom I attached a conveyor unit. I added some conveyor tubes. Another conveyor unit, you need that to make a corner. And this connects up to the bottom of my small, oops, get back here, my small cargo container. As we can see, that has a capacity of 46,000 liters, so I can fill that up pretty quick. So let's just see how this thing works. So zip in here. Zip, okay. Hop in the cockpit. Now I have to go through and turn everything on. I turned things off because I had a lot of refining to do, and needed to conserve energy. So turn all my thrusters on. And unfortunately, at this time of game development, this is the only way to do it. Turn them all off and on, one at a time. Then we turn the grinder on. Kind of hear it in the background there. So I am going to start heating this mining hauler. There's no real right way or wrong way, but just be known, if you break apart in the middle, the other halves, they start floating away from each other. So this I'll use my Alt and rotate. chewing on the ship. And I notice you get somewhere in the middle, you take off, you know, take down more than one block at a time, which is kind of neat. And I don't have to worry about my suit running out of energy because I'm in the cockpit. Okay, so I'm going to grab one of these larger components. Like this large thruster. Make sure, try to be careful that I don't bump into things. Just have to approach it fairly careful. There we go. There's no animations yet that I can tell. So if we take a look at our inventory, notice the grinder's empty. That means it moved everything out. And I look at my small storage, my small cargo container. I see I have all the components. So then what I'll do, I'm going to turn the grinder off because it does take quite a bit of energy. Jump out. Grab some components out of the... I think I'll leave the construction components alone because they take a long time to deconstruct. And the steel plates. They're pretty quick, but I'm going to be needing a lot of those pretty soon. Okay, so my personal inventory is full. Then I drop them over the assembler. Go to production. Disassembly is quick. We'll click disassemble all, and what it will do is it'll reduce them to their component parts. The inventory, as you can see, that careful, we have a smaller size limit on the inventory. It doesn't, and probably as you figured out by now, it doesn't really go by mass as much as it goes by volume. Did notice I still had some ore in there, so I'm going to put that there. Is continuously running while it has more to reload. So that'll be it for now. I'll come back later with the next stage.